the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
It feels like we might be on the cusp of World War III out here.
Wow, you're just going to open up with that.
Yep.
Not even like a how you doing?
How you doing, TNT?
Not so good right now.
After I heard that. So, this past weekend,
Yeah, we saw the news. Lots of this.
things happened. So I guess basically, so they were all like, "Hey, Iran, we hear you got some nukes," and they're like, "We might be working on some nukes," and they're like, "You can't have any nukes," and they're like, "But we're gonna have some nukes," and then Israel was like, "If you're gonna have nukes, we just gonna blow it all up," and they were like, "Do it," and then they did.
They blew up their nukes?
Well, so basically, the U.S. and Iran have been having talks about them having a nuclear weapon, which obviously everyone in the world is like, Iran, we don't trust you. You probably shouldn't have a nuke, right? It's like you got to be grandfathered into the nuke. Somehow Russia has nukes. I don't understand how that's the thing. But anyways, so I don't know why Israel is now the world police. They're out here blowing up Gaza, blowing up Syria, blowing up Turkey, taking out terrorists. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know where that came from. I don't know. There's probably a lot deeper stuff to that than I really want to get into or speculate on. So what they did was they did quote unquote preemptive strikes.
Oh, yeah.
But they ended up killing numerous high-ranking officials in Iran with these strikes and blowing up a uranium enrichment facility and some things like that. The weirdest part, or maybe the smartest part, I don't know. The president of the United States publicly was saying, we are not taking part in this. We do not condone this. But then after that all happened, it came out that they did know and they were behind it. It was just they were playing coy so they wouldn't hide all their top officials.
You mean a politician lied?
I mean,
oh my Jonas, you cannot tell me that politicians are now lying to people.
Sometimes.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know. And then
that's insane, brother.
Then Iran started
insane
firing back on Israel. Some of the missiles started getting through. So then the U.S. started shooting down missiles for them, defending them when they said we weren't going to get involved. I don't know how shooting down missiles being shot at the country isn't getting involved, but that's just conjecture.
Because we gotta support Israel, brother.
So now it's just people shooting missiles back and forth right now. They're trying to de-escalate. They're saying that Iran called us today, or this weekend, being like, "Hey, what up?" I don't know, man. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, why do we need more conflict?
Why? Why do we need it?
Why do we need? We're already conflicted in the Ukraine.
Because of the UAPs in these countries. To be honest with you.
Okay, break it down.
I'm not gonna.
We're not getting it. Tell me what's up. How do you know Iran has an AUP? How do you know they have a CUP?
UAPs. So everybody's people, right? I love
all people are people.
I love that statement. Ever since I said that a few weeks ago, everyone's people, and all that countries are the feelings, actions of people, but on a grander scale, and basically utilizing other people to do what the one person wants or what the one group of people want. So when I look at the situation, I look at it as human interaction. So how would America be? America is acting like the friend of the country that is just going around wilding out, attacking everybody.
Under the guise of we're taking out terrorists.
Yeah, and 100% if I see my friend get jumped by a bunch of people, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to pull the guy off of him, I'm not going to throw punches necessarily, but I'm going to pull the guy off of him. Therefore, I'm helping my friend. But my friend is going crazy. He's
out here just poking people and
his
shoulder checking people.
His yarmulke's off to the side. He's crazy, man. His Torah's all beat up.
There's nothing kosher about him.
He's got a dirty Torah.
A dirty Torah. That sounds wild.
I'm telling you, he's wilding out. I don't know at what point You have to either say, I'm going to roll with this guy, my friend, and his actions, and we are just going to be...
His actions become our actions.
We're going to become synonymous with each other. Or you got to be like, hey, you're a bad friend. We need to find new friends. But on the same note, we've known this guy for a long time.
What if he's got blackmail
He's
over
a
you?
really good friend. And he probably does have some dirt on us. We've known each other since we were kids.
He knows about the things you did in college.
Yeah, we helped him when the Germans was kicking his ass in high school. This is a bad, this is a bad, what do you call that metaphor?
Don't use that example.
I don't want to, but I'm just saying that's kind of what it boils down to. Is like, obviously there was some going on, and then, through help of the wars, like there was some stuff achieved, and it is kind of like the same ideas. Honestly, it really is. When you think about the relationships involved, it is kind of like the same.
Yeah,
But I don't know, man. It seems like a lot of war, and there has to be something more behind it. Now, I say UAPs only because, I don't know, my conspiracy theorist mind thinks that way. Is like, but it could just be the nukes. And
here's what I find weird.
Yeah.
Do you remember? It was probably in 2000.
Weapons of mass destruction.
Well, yes, that. There was in 2003.
Yeah.
Or something like that. George Bush was like the axis of evil. North Korea, Iran, and Iraq. And then under the guise of WMDs, we went in and quote unquote, liberated Iraq.
Yeah.
We never liberated Iran. So here we are 20 some years later going to get rid of their nukes. And who's to say we're not going to find out that they weren't just talking shit and didn't have any nukes?
Yeah.
And then they're going to liberate. And it says they're calling for the people of Iran to overthrow the government. They're trying to do the exact same thing to Iraq they did to Iraq 25 years ago.
Yeah, but it didn't work back then. It
absolutely did. That's when they took Saddam out, and then they had that video of him getting hung in a building because people got a hold of him. And
okay, so we killed some officials, man, but like everybody's people. So there's just going to be somebody else that comes and takes his place, and I kind of feel like.
Yeah, I mean,
like years
Iraq,
later, is there still a democratic presence in that country?
I mean, they say there is. It's probably more democratic than Saddam being crazy with his sons, but it ain't. There's still terrorists all over the place over there, terrorist groups, and it's not safe. Like me and you ain't going to Iraq for vacation, as Americans. That ain't happening. I don't know, man. It's wild. I mean, like you said, it may be alien wares. It may be whatever. Oil, whatever.
Yeah, or just like the precious metals or the minerals that they need.
I feel like it's been a long time coming. Someone's been waiting to pop off on Iran. And granted, I'm sure they do atrocities, but every country does.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know really what delegates us. Honestly, Jonas, the weirdest thing to me is that there are borders. The weirdest thing to me is that there are borders. There are kind of like these fake lines drawn in on the soil of the earth that dictate where one country ends and another country begins, and where one language ends and one language begins.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, we were talking about that too, like trafficking people in the U.S. for that Diddy thing. It's like you literally drove across a fake line, and now you're committing a felony.
Yeah.
Literally, it's the same goddamn road. Yeah, you drove across a fake line, now you're committing felonies. Yeah. It's weird, dude.
As soon as you pass by a sign, oh, sorry.
Now you're a felon. What? I don't know,
We're not defending Diddy and look, I just want people to stop dying, all right? Whether that be this country, another country, I'm not cool with it. I don't know what the implications or the driving forces behind these actions are, but I know there is another answer.
Well, what's wild to me is people, especially in this country, get all war crazy, but we ain't ever had missiles blowing up our cities. We had September 11th, which was tragic, and people lost their goddamn mind, rightfully so. Imagine if, L.A. was getting hit with ballistic missiles and it was blowing shit up.
How crazy. I wouldn't imagine that. I'm good.
People would go crazy.
I'd go crazy.
That's why people are just war, haha. But, we've never experienced that sort of thing in our country. So people, it's just wild. Like I saw videos online of like people taking a video of the sky in Israel, and it's just like literally like fireworks going off, but it's fucking missiles blowing up in the air. You never know if one's gonna hit your goddamn apartment building or like whatever. Dude, that's terrifying. Like, stop killing people. Stop it.
Big facts.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to thecrazytown.com and subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
Oh, yeah.